This was aired on European television in 1999. A distorted girl with a digitally warped face speaking in a thick Scottish accent about something called mental wealth.
It's called mental wealth.
There's no gameplay footage, no price tag, no available now, just that. And people had no idea what they were watching. Some thought it was a public health announcement. Others thought it was an art film. But very few realized it was a PlayStation ad.
It's no longer about what they can achieve out there in your behalf, but what we can experience up here in our own time. It's called...
But why did Sony create something so unsettling that people genuinely felt disturbed watching it? And to understand the mental wealth ad, you have to understand what gaming looked like before PlayStation arrived. In the early 90s, gaming was a kid's hobby. Full stop. Commercials showed children huddled around a TV, parents smiling in the background, controllers waved around with cartoonish excitement. Nintendo owned the family living room. Sega was loud, competitive, and aimed at teenagers. But nobody was making games feel like something an adult would take seriously. Sony looked at that landscape and made a decision. They weren't going to compete on those terms. They weren't going to be family-friendly, and they weren't going to be loud. They were going to be something the people had never seen before, an aim at being strange, provocative, and completely uncomfortable. Their marketing leader literally said they wanted viewers to feel uneasy. That was the goal. But then again, that doesn't make sense until you realize one important detail everyone ignored. PlayStation didn't advertise games. It advertised what games meant.
For years, I've lived a double life. In the day I do my job, I ride the bus, roll up my sleeves with the hoi polloi.
One of their most powerful commercials was called Double Life. It featured ordinary people, a construction worker, a grandmother, a businessman, speaking directly to camera about the secret lives they lived through gaming.
But at night, I live a life of exhilaration.
Of missed heartbeats and adrenaline.
Warriors, heroes, survivors, the people you pass every day without a second glance, quietly living entire other existences after dark. The tagline was simple.
For years, I've lived a double life.
It wasn't selling a console. It was selling transformation, the idea that through a PlayStation, you could become someone else entirely. And this was a radical shift. Sony understood something that nobody else in the market had figured out yet. People don't just want to play games, they want to disappear into them. But late 90s audiences weren't desensitized the way we are now. Everyone watched the same television channels. A single bizarre ad could become a national conversation overnight. And Sony already knew this. They engineered it. And it worked, perhaps too well. Because in a recent interview, the woman behind the warped face commercial revealed the aftermath of the ad's release. Viewers were convinced the distorted face was real. And not only did it get covered by major news outlets, paparazzi eventually started appearing outside her home.
Let me tell you what bugs me about human endeavour. I've never been the human in question. Have you?
But the bigger question remained. What was the distorted girl actually saying? Because whatever it was, it didn't seem connected to the product at all.
Mankind went to the moon. I don't even know where Grimsby is. Forget progress by proxy.
The dialogue didn't feel like advertising at all. It felt more like a hypnotic chant directed at the audience. And for that, I'll let you decide what it was really trying to say.